bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Switch it, come on.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I sat down with my accountant and said,
a first carry here for Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, Nixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
A 30-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Huntley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll run on first down. Nixon, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. of the gun. They'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Broncos 10, Ravens 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Huntley. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Huntley trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game, and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try the draw here with Dobbins. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
No.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Ravens 7.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Huntley to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And take it right at the 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
The 43-yard line.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
To throw on second down, Huntley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
On the play, it's fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
The score, Ravens 17, Broncos 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Mack on the counter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And now off to the races down the right side. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Check. Lucky.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Dobbins running out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 11-yard line.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. He may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it's good coverage defensively. They were able to break it up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Huntley. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes this score Ravens 31, Broncos 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards on the pick.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run here with Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
58.
is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Check, tight right, tight right, tight right. Solo out there, check down, out there. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. So that's going to push him back half the distance. Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. First carry for their fullback. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Broncos.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Watch the slant. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Watch twits. Watch twits.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Now 3rd and 13.
From the gun, Huntley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st down, Huntley. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Off the play fake, Huntley. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round, twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now an option play on 2nd down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13.
Let's get it. 58 the line. 58 the line.
From the gun, Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
42-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school at one of my offensive linemen.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
2nd down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 34 yards.
Denver.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
End of the 3rd quarter with the score, Ravens 34, Broncos 17.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be Don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Broncos 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone is getting those and need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
COVID-19. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and now it's 2nd down. This one deep for Jeudy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
45 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun again to Mixon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
He's tackled.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 6.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
58, come on. Come on, D. He's checking.
Here's Huntley. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 49-yard line.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Broncos on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Offense set at the line for this next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike's 58, right there. He don't know no better. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Dragon 60.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action. Huntley. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 31 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to see what's up, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living jealousy. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Patrick Queen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Tonight's final score, Ravens.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.